the Ellen Sogenerous Show. Here she is now, Ellen Sogenerous.
Hello, I'm Ellen Sogenerous, and the topic of today's show is preventing osteoporosis. Come on, let's dance. Today's special guest is Dr. Rametta Oz, a specialist on bone disease. With her is one of her patients, Brenda Brittlebones. Welcome, Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz, could you please explain what osteoporosis is?
Certainly, Oprah.
Dr. Oz, I'm Ellen. Oprah is the other guy.
Oh, yeah. Osteoporosis is a disease of the bones. The bones become thin and fragile and break easily. And when they do break, they heal very poorly. You know, Ellen, about 10 million Americans have osteoporosis, and about 34 million more have low bone mass, putting them at risk for the disease, like my patient here, Miss Brittlebones.
Dr. Oz, why is osteoporosis called the silent disease?
Great question. There are no symptoms of osteoporosis. Often, people don't know they have it until they break a bone.
Wow. Dr. Oz, what are some of the risk factors for osteoporosis?
There are many. Unfortunately, just being a woman is one of them. Along with having a family history of it, smoking, a low calcium diet, a low vitamin D diet, and importantly, not doing enough weight-bearing exercise. Just ask my patient, Brenda Brittlebones.
Brenda, I see you have a hunchback. You limp, and you are really, really short. What is your story?
Ellen, I've made many mistakes in my life. I started smoking when I was in high school. I never ate properly, and when I was young, I was always on a diet and drank diet soda instead of milk. I also never exercised. Now I'm paying the price. I've broken my hip 3 times.
How sad. Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Oz and Brenda. Have a nice day. Now, I would like to welcome my next guest, registered dietitian, Eda Smart. Eda, you are an expert on nutrition. Tell us something we can do to prevent osteoporosis.
Sure, Ellen. First of all, everybody should make sure to eat foods high in calcium. It is especially important for girls between the ages of 11 through 19, because that is when their bones are developing rapidly. The stronger a girl can make her bones, the better the chance of having healthy bones throughout her lifetime.
Interesting. How much calcium should a girl consume, and what kinds of food should she eat to get it?
Girls 11 through 19 years old should be consuming about 1,300 milligrams of calcium per day. Daily products, such as milk, cheese, and yogurt, are some of the best sources. Other sources are ice cream, almonds, beans, and broccoli.
Anything else?
Yes, it is important to do weight-bearing exercise, like walking, every day.
What about people like me that are lactose intolerant? We can't eat dairy foods.
Good point. People with lactose intolerance can't digest the sugar in milk. They have symptoms such as nausea, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and flatulence when they eat dairy.
What is flatulence?
Well, in dairy terms, it means cutting the cheese. But they can still get calcium from foods such as fortified orange juice, soy products, and beans, to name a few.
Thanks, Ida. I really appreciate you having me here. Thank you. Our next guest is Dr. Phil, who will talk about why people have behaviors that lead to osteoporosis. Welcome, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, isn't Phil a strange name for a girl?
Well, isn't Ellen a strange name for a boy?
I'm not a boy.
What's your point, Ellen?
Dr. Phil, why do you think so many people suffer from osteoporosis?
I think the answer is ignorance. People just don't know how to take care of their bones. We live in a toxic environment where kids learn to crave soda instead of milk, eat all the wrong foods, and play video games instead of exercising. I like to call that osteopsychosis.
Interesting. Dr. Phil, how can we get people to eat better and exercise?
Darned if I knew, Ellen. I wrote a best-selling diet book, and I am fat. 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 I think the answer is education.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. Have a nice day. That brings me to my next guest, Calcium Ruby and Calcium Rose, the Calcium reenactors. Welcome, girls. Girls, tell me what you do.
Our job is just what Dr. Phil was talking about. We visit schools and teach kids about osteoporosis.
Instead of talking about it, we'll do a reenact.
Go right ahead.
Girls, what is wrong with you? Don't you know that smoking deteriorates your bones?
We do it because it's cool. Don't you know anything?
Well, we have a song for you. Cigarettes up in that hole, watch you smoke that, watch you roll, watch you smoke those cancer sticks. Now Superman, don't smoke, they break your bones, they make you sick. Cigarette girls make me so ticked.
Thanks, girls. We've learned our lesson. We'll never smoke again.
Good choice.
Glad to hear.
On go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do some weight-bearing exercise.
No girls were harmed in the making of this video.
Go Calcium! Get those bones nice and strong. Take more milk and calcium.